and dolls, guys and dolls. Hey guys, how's your week been? As you can tell from my voice, still got a bit of whatever it is. What are we calling that cold? Still there, but it's alright. And about 2 seconds, just respect to the text. Right, let's start this hot desk business from Trend Central. Didn't even know they did it, but hey, let's have a little watch and see what it's like.
Well, I have already been on this for
I'm ready.
Yeah, you got to cool down. You need to pace it.
He looks proper familiar.
Cash up.
Don't know what I'm from. Him, this guy.
Basically, yeah. So you know, Future has had his what? 14th baby.
About Future.
Is that really their number?
No, I think it's like 7.
That guy's on the roll, man.
7 or 8. 7 or 8.
It's a 7th baby.
7th baby mama. Is that what we're on? Yeah, ladies.
Future stay with it.
It's an old episode, by the way.
That is the only part I think
These
to
women
take
know
else.
that he's
Gonna pay up.
He's not even he's going to pay up. These women know that they can get pregnant by him. Because you
Hey.
can't pay up until you get pregnant. Yeah. They know that he's careless enough to get pregnant by him. So they're approaching him. And do you think they're approaching him with the intent of having like a second baby?
Think so?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They don't care about him.
Put it this way, yeah. We live in the UK. If a man has 7 youths, I can promise you, in this UK,
7 baby mums.
they're not going near that guy. They can smash it,
Yeah.
but they're not collecting another you. Like you become trash.
Yeah, you can't trash
When
it.
America's so big, and he's actually an elite. Do you know what I'm saying? It's almost like the rules are different out there to here. Like somebody from a state in Texas is a whole 4, 5, 6 hours away from his next baby. You know what I'm saying? That's in a completely different zone or time zone to him. So
Still trash though, man.
it's trash, but at the same time, like,
It's not fair to you as
Our 10th
well.
baby's okay. You're all okay with that. I won't use the word legitimate, but it's okay. Like, it's all like, do you? If that's your hustle. Yeah, if that's your hustle.
Sorry about that, guys.
If you have nothing going for you, you're not smart, you failed school, and Future or Drake, like Drake's baby mom ratings all the way. No. She really leveled up her life. She doesn't have to work a day in her life because Drake is her baby mama.
That's crazy. But when I think about it, I'm like,
it's women like Landy that is the problem.
No, you know why I'm the problem?
I'm not saying crazy,
my ex
crazy.
was worth 30 million. No,
What
wait.
do you mean?
And you're sitting here like this.
My
Can you see women? You have
he barebacks
you need to open your mouth and
He
say,
barebacks me.
Why do
The
you-
difference is.
so why do you keep the youth?
No, listen. No, because I can sympathize and I can look at women and say, oh, that's your hustle. But with me, I want to make it on my own. I don't want to be. I don't want to. I don't want to ride off someone else's.
I'm not gonna lie.
back.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I have to pull that up only because the dog was barking, so I do apologise for that. Was Lani talking about what I think she is about with Tyon Wayne? Because Tion, my bad. Tion.
30 million. I am.
Well,
no,
what do
wait.
you mean?
And you're sitting here like this.
My,
Can you see women? You have
he
nothing.
barebacks. He
You need to open your mouth
barebacks
and
me. He
say,
barebacks me.
Why do
The
you-
difference is.
so why do you keep the youth?
No, listen. No, because
Oh, then pull
I
it back
can
far enough.
sympathize with women and say, oh, that's.
Your hustle.
Someone, if
Right.
you have
It
nothing,
rolls a
if you
life.
have nothing going for you, you're not smart. You failed school, and Future or Drake, like Drake's baby mom ratings all the way. No, she really leveled up her life. She doesn't have to work a day in her life because Drake is her baby
fair
mama.
that's crazy. But when I think about it, I'm like,
It's women like Landy that is the problem.
No, you know why I'm not the problem?
I'm not even saying crazy
My ex
bad.
was
Crazy.
worth 30 million. No, wait.
And you are sitting here like
Being
this.
wife and having the money are two different things.
Can you
Number
see
one,
women?
but
You
hey,
And he barebacks. He
You
barebacks
open your mouth and
me. He
said,
barebacks me.
Why do
The
you
difference
so
is.
why do you keep the you?
No, listen. No, because I can sympathize and I can look at women and say, oh, that's your hustle. But with me, I want to make it on my own. I don't want to be. I don't want to.
But famous
I don't want to
or not,
ride. I don't want to ride off someone.
I'm not gonna lie.
back.
It's because it's because you're a nice person.
No, that's not
Let me
true.
put it like that.
I will be successful.
Suddenly, keeping it might not be a big deal anymore. Let me just keep it.
I said, if a woman has nothing else going for her, I have shit going on for
Of
me.
course you
Sorry.
do, no, of course, but I'm
So I
saying.
don't need. He
Have
was
you,
a footballer.
have you got 30 millions worth of shit?
You know what I mean?
But one day I
no,
will.
she's not talking
How
about
long
it.
ago was that guy your ex?
It was like
This was an alleged
6.
footballer.
But yes. Yes.
6, 7 years ago. So the chances of you being the actual millionaire, did you get?
I'll tell you why.
Okay, alright.
The chances of you being an actual millionaire was slim, bro. Because in the last 6 to 7 years,
I wouldn't have been a millionaire. I wouldn't have been a millionaire though.
When you first encountered a 30 millionaire,
I wouldn't have been a millionaire though.
you could have.
I still can.
Potentially.
Because he shouted at me and oh now you're looking to settle down. But I don't want to blow like that. I don't want to blow someone's back.
No, which is good though. To be fair, which is good though.
I'm literally playing devil's advocate because I believe that's
Just if he shouted
Man,
too.
rate that as well.
I guess I just believe in myself. I think I can make it on my own.
Fair enough.
Alright, but then there's some people that can't. If you have nothing going for you and Drake wants to bareback and come in you and you don't have to work a day in your
Drake, bro,
life.
he's even stupid. He's
You,
stupid,
no.
bro.
Let's call it a spade. Don't do my man like that.
No,
Let's
that's
not
not
do him
his.
like that.
Why?
Drake is just another man.
Yeah, and he
And
laughs.
men like to boss.
Nah, but-
So don't do him like that. You don't like deep it. Like don't do him like that. Like cool, you're Drake, you're a person of influence, but you're just another man trying to bust a nut. Do you get what I'm saying? And the
You
reality
need
of it
discipline,
is,
you need accountability.
of course. But
Rules, expensive not, you know.
But this is the thing though, it goes back into the whole financial aspect of things. Like, yo, he's just a man and he wants to bust a nut.
But I guarantee you he did not want a youth like that.
But then that's on the beanie that he's coming.
Or it's on him to, but worst case, if you don't have discipline, go and get NDA or I be one kind of agreement. Madam, if anything should happen and you should in case you should fall in this kind of thing, you have to get rid of this thing. Are you gonna sign or not?
She just signed
Who's
that. She said she just
realistically
signed
I'm
gonna
not
sign
chopping.
that though?
The exit that
What
way.
woman
Go
will
out.
sign
That's what
that?
I'm saying to you. Let's call it spin this way.
Wait, we're
Philip
really-
wanted to shop at all costs because he didn't put no NDA. He wasn't thinking about okay, you know what? If you're gonna chop me, then this is what you need to sign. He didn't think about that. He just wanted to
Which is
But why
stupid
don't
of
you use a
him.
condom, babe? You can bust
Exactly.
a nut with a condom on.
It's not the same, Danny. You know now. It's not the
You
same
can
thing.
bust a nut and the condom split, and you still have the same situation.
Or
Shit.
maybe
And that's what I keep saying.
But that's what you
Drake
choose.
is
The
still a
future
man.
is sloppy,
Drake
man.
is still a man. Future is still a man.
I'm seven, come on, man.
You're defending them.
My brother had 5 wives. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Was he paying child support?
They were all in his house. He was their support. What do you mean? He was their support and their pillar.
Different time, is it? Like completely different time.
Different
He's not even
times,
sloppy.
same sort of circumstances. All of these people are dependent on future. That's the reality.
Yeah, and that's an angry
The
question.
majority of them are getting used because they're dependent on future.
Yeah.
The point is, you guys are the ones that are having the kids.
But he's also barebacking them.
Unless you're
It's
one
all
of
about the
those
ultimate
girls there who this is your life, this is
you.
your own joke. If you're not that yet, then fine, it's on you to
Okay, you know
eradicate
what?
that.
Future goes broke today. Future is bankrupt. Now what?
Then they're pissed.
Check baby.
Then they can find another rapper, innit? They have nothing going for them, so that's what they want to
The
do.
market is in hell. It's in hell.
And guess what? They'll do all of that.
Can you see what she said?
Guess what? They'll do all of that and someone will still wife them. Because hoes get married every day.
By fucking waste, man.
Yeah, but that's not the point.
That is the point. Charlie, that is the point.
Chris Brown. No, sir, by some moist shoes. They'll get wifed by some moist shoes.
Exactly.
Chris Brown's
That's what
baby
you want.
mom has a man. Chris
You're
Brown's baby
proving
mom has a
you're
wife.
proving our point.
But they don't care.
There's enough man
They will care
to
in the end.
cater.
There's some women that think like men, and all they want in life is a check. They don't give a fuck about no nigga. You know they girls
Okay,
like
so
that.
then when there's no check, then what?
They move on to the next decade.
So what happens to the kid?
No one cares about this
You know
kid,
who I
bro.
heard is like this?
yeah.
No one cares
The
about the
kid
kid.
suffers.
Now I'm gonna make you accountable. Right?
Yes.
Who am I accountable?
You will listen to what you're accountable. Shine your ear.
You go to a future,
Yeah.
you have a kid.
Oh.
The check is not coming, you go to the next future, you have a kid. You now have two futures from two. You have two kids from two futures.
You now have two bastards.
Two
with
bastards
You know.
from two bastards. Now,
They're insulting the son.
how do you raise two men that have come from two men that don't really want to be with you?
and they're thinking, my mum made this decision.
They don't
twice.
care about. But you know what? You're. No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Women try to raise kids in a way in which.
Lucas, stop saying.
Remember, hold on.
Saying they don't
Actually,
want
hold
to
on.
be. You don't, they
There
don't
was
want to
no
be
real
abused.
question, was there? I just deeped it. The question at the top says, however, I don't see anything wrong in having a baby for money. If we're basing off that's the question, then yes. I do think there is something wrong with having a baby for money. But, however, having saying that depends on... Actually, no, it doesn't depend on anything. There is something wrong. Because even if it's like surrogates, because I know some surrogates, it's basically, hi Rennie, basically it's Hot Desk. It's on Trend Central, and they do, I think it's like basically a mini version of like the Back Chats episode, but it's just more intimate and it's, you know, less rah. This is my first time seeing it, so I'm seeing it with you. But there wasn't really any question from what I can deduce. Well, I don't know because the dog was barking. But I'm judging with the question at the top of the screen saying, I don't see anything wrong with having a baby for money. They started off talking about Future and how he's got 7 kids, I think they said he's got. And they were just saying, what if Future went broke? Then the woman's kind of like stuck, like because she's not getting any money coming in from the babies. Yeah, Lani's a bit of a, she's a weird thinking. However, having said that, in this episode so far, she seems alright. I get where she's coming from. I think she's just not probably, what's the word, saying what she wants to get out there properly. She's not articulating herself properly. And I think Lucas is not really understanding either. He's just, you know, talking about, you know, yeah, Lani is a bit much, yeah. But yeah, let me carry on. Because basically the point, before I paused it, was that Lani was saying that how, yeah, articulating is right, yeah. Lani was saying there are some females who, quite rightly said, don't really necessarily care about the sex. They're just there to get money, and money is the be all and end all goal. So yes, for them it's not an issue. But the guy, who I don't know his name, the other guy next to Lani, he was saying how, well, what happens to the children? Because as Lucas said, what if then these guys end up don't have no money? So you've gone and had a kid with Future, as what he said, the example. Future loses his money, there's no money coming from there. Then she then moves on to the next man. She has a kid with him, and he don't have no money either. Meanwhile, these kids, no one cares about them, which is fair. But
She doesn't want to be with them either. She used Future.
Work with me.
How do you know though?
They don't love Future. Maybe some of them do, but there's a lot of them that don't.
If you just said, you know, I'm actually trying to be serious with you, they will
They
have
will
it.
do it for the check though.
Can you work with me?
That's not real love.
I'm trying to go along the
That's
line.
not
There's no love
I'm
in
trying to
this
go
day
along
and age. It's all money anyway.
You are that person who is, like you said, yeah? Fuck it, you're the one using it. Same way like the Future is using or whatever.
Yeah.
You got a youth from the first Future, you got a youth from the second Future. Now you got 2 youths from 2 bastards where you now have to give them a representation and a template that is different to where or what they've come from. Yeah? Now, you as a person are attracted to these 2 toxicities. So now, what are you giving this child or these children?
How are you equipping them?
How are you equipping them to be different to what you've come from and the negativity and what you're
so
saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Look, you see,
But the point is, that's not the question. The question is there anything wrong in having a baby for money? So let's disregard for a hot second how these kids are feeling. I get where they're trying to go with this, but where, you know, we are, what's the word when we're staring off course. God, I'm losing my... Oh, Lord, you know what I mean.
Lyra Galore, she's got a baby by a rich don, isn't Yeah, whatever his name is.
same with Kayla Will.
Okay, cool. But do they?
So how do they now empower those children?
Okay, cool. But they're gonna probably move on, find a guy that they actually love, and have a happy family on his check.
Do you even know?
On his check.
Do you even know the likelihood of finding a man that's going to be confident and manly enough to even take on a woman that
Digress. That's the word, Winnie. Thank
Because if
you.
you ain't got peas in this, I can't lie to you, it's already going to be a massive...
But there's a lot of guys that are pussies and will sit there and be with a girl.
And do these
and
women want pussies? No, you don't want that.
They can go for a sexy guy. Some girls care about looks. Like, I'll give you an example of a woman that cares about looks. What's that woman? She's actually trash. Black China. Black China dates nobody who are good looking, and she is one of the most shallow human beings I've ever witnessed.
She would have got with Rob Kardashian.
She went for Rob for peace. She doesn't give a fuck. You guys are not listening to what I'm saying. Black China wanted a check baby. She got a check baby from Rob Kardashian. No.
Pause for a hot second. I mean, I don't know too much about Black China, but what I will say is, I mean, contrary to probably everyone else's beliefs, I actually don't think I think initially maybe it might have been a thing for money. We're just talking about the Kardashians here. But I think she did, at some point, care a bit about, his name Rob? His name? The Kardashian kid. I think she did have a little care for him. But then, he started being a bit loopy, and then she went a bit loopy, and then coupled with the problems he had with her mum, she had with her mum as well. I think it's just, but I don't think. Yeah, I think she did love Rob. Rob. I was right. His name is Robert, innit? Robert, whatever his name is. Him, the one Kardashian boy. Yes, I think contrary to what people believe, I do feel like Black China does have a good head on her shoulders. Yeah, I believe that. I think because of the way she's, what she looks like and what she does, how she was a stripper and stuff, there's a misconception about her. But just looking at, if you look at how she moves and just how in what she says as well sometimes, there is something there. There really is. And I think in many ways that's probably why was it her and Amber? God, I'm mixing everyone's names up today, What's her name's Amber, innit? The Kanye West's ex. The bald head girl I liked. I'm gonna go with Amber. I feel like her name was Amber. Amber? Yeah. Yeah, she's just been raised in toxicity with her mum. Yeah, I think she is quite level-headed as well, Black China. Yeah. I think she's one of them people, if you actually talk to her and get to know her, then you see the real her, and if that makes sense. Yeah, Amber Rose, that's her name. Yeah. See, I was right with the Amber part. God, Lord. This is what kids does to you, That baby brain stays with you. You lose an inch. We're calling it an inch with every child you have. But yeah. I think people need to give her the benefit of the doubt. But hell, back to what Lani's saying.
No, and when I got her second one, so her checks could stay up. Exactly. She got a check baby
How
from
did you
Tiger, and she got a check baby from Rob Kardashian. If you go look at the type of guys, sorry, it's because I know a lot about the Hollywood thing, because I'm a bit of a loser. If you go look at the type of guys that she dates now,
you sound like somebody that can.
She dates poor.
Can you have a check baby?
No, but let me land. She dates poor guys who are like 20, 21, who are sexy, because she cares about looks. She don't care about money. She wanted the money from them niggas. She's patented it, and now she's gonna be with the guys that she really likes, or the paying boys.
Do you feel like those are gonna stay though?
They have stayed. She's the one that dumps them. Because they're in awe that she's Black China.
Or maybe they just ride the wave for as long as the wave lasts, and then when it's time to go, they've had a good ride, they go on.
That's the narrative that you want. That's the narrative that you want. Exactly.
My honest opinion is that when boys, girls, like when we're growing up, we get to this place where certain things in life don't hold as much significance. Like, cool, yes, money is a huge factor. I feel like
exactly.
People, especially when
I agree with you,
26, 27, 28, their mentality sort of changes a bit in terms of like the vim you had with regards to the guys that you would dismiss so frivolously. You don't do that much.
Thinking twice.
You think twice a bit more. You're a bit more subtle with the way that you dismiss guys.
I'm just saying that now.
And same with guys. Like the older you get, the more like.
You are correct, Winnie.
Like, okay, cool.
That's wholesome. That's some very old.
But the thing with Lani is she's one of them people that she don't see. What's that saying? Look at the stick within your own eye before you see someone else's. Something like that. Yeah. She doesn't see that she's exactly that kind of person. To some degree. I mean, she did say that she wouldn't. I think she did say at one point, but at the same time, she's trying to justify women who do, and then you know went off into this tangent about you know the celebrity women and how they patterned the game or whatever, and yada yada yada. But yeah, 100%. I feel like, especially considering what we've heard of from about Lani with the whole Tyon Wayne business, how I keep calling him Tyon. Sorry, Tion. Okay. What we've heard about her. Yes, that's what I was just saying. I was just getting to that. Yeah. But what I was trying to say was that she's saying that she wouldn't do it. However, do you remember those like voice notes that they played? I think it was Tyon that played it. Have I said his name wrong again? Tion. You know, I'm gonna keep saying it wrong, but you know who I'm talking about. Tion Wayne. Anyway, yeah. I was gonna say, well, there was a voice note of her begging him to have a baby with her. There's no point you spelling it out, because I'm still gonna say, okay, yeah, Tion. See, you say Tion. That's why you just said Tyon. Tion. Okay, he said Tion. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, there was a voice note when she was saying how, she didn't care about him cheating. She just wanted him to have his. She just wanted to have his babies. So tell me, how isn't that the same thing? Because you knew he was gonna blow eventually. He's doing well for himself. He's well known. So what's the difference?
Men who are very immature and unbiased.
Of course. But I would like to think the vast majority get to a certain age and they're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Like, I know the things I like more. I know what is for me, and then I need to play with or I need to manipulate, sort of thing. You have this perception where you come into the field where it's on a guy that's popping, or a guy that's got money, or a guy that has something, right? And that something doesn't necessarily represent something that lasts long. Substance, principles, morals, whatever, right? A man that comes with the peas and the lifestyle, yeah, you can get twanged and sucked into in a short space of time because it's to impress you, right? A man that has substance is done over time. Do you know what I'm saying? You have to get to know that person, and yeah, exactly. It's about more interpersonal relationships. You know what I'm saying? We place too much importance on money. Do you know what I'm saying? With regards to who we're looking at. Like, for example, you are very, in my opinion, you are very loving. You're somebody that is very,
compliments, you know.
No. Real talk. You're actually like a lovebird. You're somebody that wants to fall in love. You want to be with your husband. You probably would do more than what people would think you would do. Do you know what I'm saying? For your guy that you're with. But because of how society is set and because of the way that, you know, the frameworks are in place right now, you have this whole, and I think that's how it comes across, like, yo, you know what, fuck it, I'm not going to be a prick. Like, I work, I bring this to the table, I do this, I do that. So, you know what? Fuck you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and fuck everybody that's like you. And I think that's what a lot of girls have right now, because
Hang about. I just noticed. Isn't this the first? No, this is the second time I think I've ever seen Lani dressed decently. I just wanted to put that out there because I just something that I've started realizing. But yeah, I think that's the first time I've seen her in jeans. Can you see it? You can't see it. But yeah, this is the second time I've seen her dressed decently. Not saying that she doesn't dress. Well, she doesn't. She doesn't dress decently all the time. Half the time she's half naked. But there is a sense of taste level. You know, you can do it with a bit of taste. If you're going to do that, at least look decent with it. Her wardrobe is trash most of the time. But we'll give her credit for this. This is the second time I've seen her dress properly.
previously, they relied on men. Now they don't rely on that. Do you get what I'm saying? There's no reliance on man. So if you're bringing anything to the table, it has to be outside of, oh, well, you provide. It's okay, well, how well do we connect? How well do we understand each other? And nobody's looking at those connections anymore. Everything is always about what the bag is.
But some people don't have anything to do with
If that's the case, then where does that come from? Because it's not argument. That stems from somewhere. Why is it like that?
When you said women are the problem, I think men are the problem.
You know what? Does anybody want a dog
Deep
at this
down,
point?
hold on.
I do not think you can put it on anyone.
No, but I like this. I like hearing that man them are the problem. I like to hear it. Man them are the problem.
I'm with you, Danny. I'm not fighting.
I agree.
I think you're right. Both of us are culpable, right, for this situation.
Yeah, but men more, but go on.
I think it comes down.
But the reason why I say man them, and the reason why I say man them is because
no rules. I think so. I think it's so. I think it comes down to the white man. The reason why I say that is because it looks like it's from the black women, yeah. But black women have it so hard now, yeah, that even whether it's a righteous woman or not so righteous woman, yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna summarize so you guys can still talk now. This is alcohol talking a bit, but listen, it's true to what I'm saying. I feel like because they have it so hard now, yeah, it's like they are just naturally push towards finding a way out for themselves, and some find a more self-filling way out and do things for themselves, and and for some that aren't that equipped or mentally, emotionally strong, they say, I gotta make a way out somehow because it's
exactly, it's a jungle.
So if I have to go and have a baby for someone,
exactly, preach.
I'm with you on that, but then the same applies for men. You have men that know how the game's rigged and how the game's set, and you have men that are emotionally weak, and you know what? The fact that, I can get money and that can mask my emotional status or emotional being, I'm going to do that. So, for example, I can be a weak man. I can know that, okay, cool. If I talk to Alani, I'm punching. Do you get what I'm saying to you? But if I get dough, I can talk to Alani and Lani, I'm not punching. So it changes the standard of the game. Do you get what I'm saying to you? Because the same guy that will chat to you that has standards, that is principled or whatever, doesn't get the same reception or play that the guy that has dough, that hasn't got the same vim that guy has. And that's what changes the game, because the real guy you're looking for, they don't appear as real because they don't come with what the guys that aren't real come with.
Okay, so
do you get what I'm trying to say?
I'm lost. I get what he's saying, but my thing is, why we're not just talking about, is it wrong to have a baby for money?
That's what I feel
like we.
And you know what? I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
I mean, his point makes sense, but
monetary values come with moral compromise.
I should have shut the windows.
That's
as well.
just hand in hand.
Glad I've got it all going on.
You need to understand that. Like, if you boy or girl, if you know you're going into a situation where you know what, monetarily I'm compromising myself here. Morally, you're gonna compromise yourself. And then you know what? The rules apply.
Yeah.
And this is where men get fucked up because we're classed as trash. In society, majority of men are the ones that have access to money. Yeah. So if you're a butters guy, you don't have to deal with the fact that you're butters. You can just get money, and the fact you deal with the fact that you're butters because you have dough.
But you see how men get money, women use their
Beauty.
prowess and they use their beauty, and so men get
But what
money.
has more power?
This is the thing.
Because men have beauty as well, and that's the difference.
Yeah, but women can also be beautiful with money.
And this is the thing: a woman with money and beauty, and a man with money and beauty.
If you think men are not scrounging off of,
Which is what I'm trying to say.
money,
Which is what I'm trying to say.
then that's
I don't get what you're saying.
Because of patriarchy.
No.
Because of patriarchy. Yeah. Like if you have money, yeah, and you have beauty, yeah, and a man has money and he has beauty, yeah, they're two completely different things in how you come across. In the sense that a man makes you compromise yourself morally, yeah. And I'm not saying all men are like that. I'm just saying most people that have financial stability and are comfortable with themselves financially, yeah, whether they understand themselves morally, whether they understand themselves characteristically, they make the next person compromise themselves morally because they don't have. It's like exploitation. It's
Alright, guys.
capitalism.
Hang on for a second. Let me shut the windows. Dog. Wild up someone. You good? Oh, Lord. Apologies. can have her if you want. I'll take $250 off of you. Still going, and I'll shut the window. Are you done? You done? Yeah? Finished? Yeah? Finished?
You know what I'm saying? That it's the same way with work and your relationships and all these different institutions. If I meet you today, if I'm the person that's up, I can take advantage of you because I'm up. And depending on your confidence,
only if
you're
you being
confident,
up is more important to me than other things.
which is where we're
compromising
talking about now, which
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
if money is the main issue in the society right now, which is okay, it's easier to cry in a range than a micro. My G, but when you're crying in that range, don't complain with the hassles and struggles that you're facing in that range because you chose to cry in the range.
You got one
Because
down
you're crying in the
nah,
micro.
fuck that.
You could complain when you're in the micro. We can both go back and forth when we're both in the micro because whatever we both conclude here, we can either make it together from the micro or not. From the range, especially if a man,
Yeah, love it.
my G, if I have a range, yeah, I look at it like this, yeah. If I'm Tesla, what's my guy's name? What's my guy's name?
What's his name?
Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk.
If I'm Elon Musk, man.
Isn't it
The
Elliot?
what?
No, whatever.
The what? I don't get
Do
it.
you think that anybody within our society can chat to man about what they want and what they want to impose in terms of coming into my world? It's not possible. Imagine.
What, because you're rich?
Yes, bitch. No. Which is what I'm trying to talk about. You can't now say this guy is nuts when you place value on the money that this guy brings.
It depends.
It doesn't make sense.
No, okay, I hear you, but
It doesn't make sense.
I hear you, 100%. But it always depends on the person you're going after. Because when Mariah Carey was dating some billionaire guy, listen, Mariah Carey was and she has less money than him.
She sued that man for wasting her time.
Exactly.
Mariah Carey is rich.
Exactly, but she's not as rich. She's not as rich as him. She's not as rich as him.
If you both have money,
She can afford to take a
there's
cut.
a difference.
It gets to a point where the difference in money becomes less and less significant because I have 500 million, you have a billion, but we can still do the same shit. Like you got more than me, but ultimately you're not in any better position than I am, really.
I suppose.
And the value and the struggle of money comes into the situation, and this is where you have check babies, where if I represent value, fuck the morality, fuck the characteristics, fuck what makes this child life better, or the continuation of progressing our minds and whatnot. It's all about what I'm good, and my parents they didn't grow up like that, so my mentality naturally isn't about.
And in essence, I just want to also say, you look at women like that, and people obviously will judge. But at the end of the day, I have to wake up every day like a dickhead. Every day at 6:30, get ready and go to work. Get on the train.
That's every single person in this country is a dickhead that is working. So what makes you any more of a dickhead?
I am a dickhead. I'm a dickhead. And then this woman, I'm just saying, you want to judge. But at the
So
end of
I'm
the
now
day,
Eli
this
Musk,
woman,
and I'm not a dickhead because I'm smashing your life.
What are you doing? This woman opened her legs one night, jackpot, fucking Drake, doesn't have to get up like a dickhead like me. So why do we judge these women? Big ups, them women. I'm not saying I would do it, but you can't knock someone else's hustle. It's a hustle.
I can knock that hustle.
You cannot knock that hustle. Because if a man did it, you wouldn't have a problem with it.
Nah, if man did it, it's trash. It's
No,
said.
man,
Do you know
men
what?
finesse women all the day.
I think it's trash though. And I think it's trash.
That is why we're all sitting here now talking about men and women, because kids are being born
Dirty
into
veg.
situations where they don't really understand what love is really about. The situations that they're born out of is, man was a mistake, or you know what, they liked each other, or one didn't know who he was, he just wanted a bit of poops and the child came out of it. Not a lot of children are directly born out of two loving situations where they actually project that love onto that child.
Listen, it's a job. You're not looking at it as a job. Check babies is a job. It's an occupation. Girls actually go out for these guys to get check baby just to get the dough. It's actually a job.
You know
They
that's why
don't
you're
love
promised
the
a
men.
job and
Listen,
the child
they don't
being
love
born.
the men. They don't give a fuck about these men. They just want the money, and after that they're gonna find their true love. And guess what? They will find it. And guess what? Because they have dough now, they're gonna live with their new boyfriend. They're gonna live with their new, because the jokes are on you guys. The jokes are on Future. The jokes are on Drake, because she's gonna live with her new boyfriend in the house that Drake booked them. So she's winning.
Break it down like this to you, yeah? We'll use Future as a prime example.
Yeah.
7 baby moms. He's with one of the hottest girls in the game right now.
And he's using him.
They're using each other. They're using each other.
That
He's
is
an absolute wanker.
Listen,
Future is a
this
bigger
is why I said women are the problem. Women are the problem.
I hate
He's a waste
Future.
man, but
He's a waste man.
You're being subjective in your abuse towards Future.
I don't think he's using.
You don't know if they're using each other. What we do know is Lori Harvey and Future right now are together, they're happy, they're in love.
Trust me.
Azaria.
That's what we know.
That's her name. She hasn't
He's got
said much
7
this
baby
episode,
bumps.
has she?
His album just went gold, and he's still the godfather.
What's that word? What's that word for a man who's men who thinks they're better than women? What is it? That word. Men who look down on women and think they're better. That's what he is. He's a misogynistic pig.
But 7 of you chose to have you.
Because they just
That's fucking good. You are sick, all of you. All of you.
I'm not.
Every single Lani that's out there. You are trapped. You are all trapped.
I'm not pregnant with Future's baby, and I never will be.
Only God
I'll
if-
never will be.
If you
If you
got a
wanted to
future,
though,
you
would you be
can
down?
use you.
No. I told you I had a boyfriend that was worth 30
Lonnie
million
even said
who
she
wanted
did.
to marry
She said she
me.
gets why women
Yeah.
do.
I get it, but I think it's trash. Yeah, man, it's
Why
trash.
not?
What's now big man thing? What is there not to get?
What's not to get? You guys do other things that are immoral. You guys do other things that are immoral to make money. It's not any different. It's not any different. You have done stuff that's immoral to make money, and so have you.
Not to
Probably.
get to
Yes, you have. What's the difference?
Okay, the difference is this. What is there not to get if I decide that I want to have multiple relationships, multiple partners, multiple baby moms? What's the difference then?
Because I think he lies to these women and tells these women that he's
How
going
can you just say that? How can you just say that?
does.
This is the problem with women. This guy.
Lani,
No, listen.
Lani, you got away with this last week. You're not gonna get away this
Hold
week.
on, all 7 of the baby moms are. Come on, we don't.
Lani has come up with her own analogies as to why those women got pregnant for Future.
Because you can't assume all the 7 are the same. Some of those women had a check baby, but I'm sure 1 or 2 of them actually genuinely loved him.
It is
There's only
possible.
one person that I
It
can
is
generally
possible.
say, that was genuine in the situation. Sierra.
How about his first baby mom? Was he famous when he had his first baby? Was he famous when he had his first baby?
It was in the trap.
It was in trap. And the reason why we didn't say Sierra, the reason why we didn't say Sierra.
That is so rude of you to think that.
Wow.
That is so rude of you to
It's
think
rude
that.
of you to think that he was lying to them.
You're assuming all those women are bad women. That is very
We
rude.
were assuming that they had an agenda.
We are feeling they had an agenda, and I'm gonna say this, yeah. The Future and Sierra situation, Sierra's aftermath of their relationship shows you the kind of woman she is and the context and intention that she had.
That's because she's famous.
Hold on. If you look at the other 6 baby moms, right? I think 2 of them are talking shit online and coming out doing all sorts of rubbish. The other 4, I don't know their situation.
He's stripping and stuff. I don't know.
What just free, just for something?
Sierra is the only one that, from what I know, she's got a husband, her own stuff. She don't even care. And this is when you know a woman is proper. She don't care about Future. She doesn't even talk about it. She does not give a shit.
She did for a long time though.
Instead, it's you, Lani, causing him.
Yeah, but she was hurt, isn't it?
But this is the truth of the matter. When a woman is truly complete, she don't give a fuck about no guy.
What's your point? What's your point, Lucas? What's your point, Lucas?
My point is, Lani, if you want to find happiness, Lani.
You asked him for his point. Let him land now.
Ask her. You just asked me what's my point. Women are mad.
Women are crazy.
No. Do you know I don't like this society does? And this really pisses me off, and this is why I always defend women. You guys are always making it look like women are tough, women are bad. I don't like that. Also, Future is an asshole. He's a dickhead. The way he carries himself, the fact that he's going around just having babies.
Because Future has decided that he's bent you over and he's boss on you. Because you are saying he's a pig. You don't know.
Why she wants you? Why she wants you? Why she
No,
wants
listen, it
you?
actually hurts me
Why?
that we live in a society that's always saying, oh, women are sluts, women are tough, women are gold diggers.
But does she not understand that is society though? It's quote unquote, as they say, a man's world, which is why we're trying to fight to change that and fighting for equality and feminism and such things alike. Does she not get that? Wait.
Men, more time, you guys don't really say nothing about the men, and I don't like that.
Do you know how I've been labeled? Do you know how I've been labeled? I can't even find a wife. Do you know how I've been labeled? Do you know how I've been labeled in the society?
with you.
You know what I mean? Unbelievable. But women don't value what I bring to the table. Do you know what I mean? Valued.
This is only you. I want to love somebody.
You talk about I seek love.
But they blacklisting me. For what? I'm here under the rest. I don't want to be here.
You get girls. Stop lying.
I get girls, I don't get love. And this is what black men are screaming. It's not about getting girls. We don't care about girls. We want love.
No, when a girl says I love you, you dismiss her.
Because you're lying.
No, how do you know she's lying?
How is he just gonna do a double entendre? How can you say we're looking for love, and Lodi said the girl says she loves you, and you say no, it's a lie. How you know if it's a lie? You just said you're looking for love. She's just said she loves you. What do you mean? What kind of stupidness is that?
Lani, do you love anybody?
Because you are the problem.
Yeah, ask me a question. Do you love
I've
anybody?
been in love before.
Because 30 million.
I ask you now, do you love
No, he
anybody?
was the one for 30 million.
He had the 30 million there.
No, he actually finessed me. No, the guy that I loved, the one that I've loved the most, the one that tattooed on my thing, he didn't have money when I was dating him.
Women are mad. You had a man that has 30 million.
She's talking about Tion then, because it wasn't him that she did a tattoo on her bits for him.
And you want a man that's got resources. But that man was not enough for you. The guy that didn't have resources, you want to go and tattoo the name of the man on your boots. But that's the man that was okay for you. Women are mad.
I can't lie.
Women are mad.
30 million is more than enough resources.
For me, it's like, right, in life, yeah, there are things that you would never do, or you don't think you would never do. That the position you would have to be in would be so desperate and so dire that you can't even comprehend how that situation is. That's what it is for me in terms of like having a baby for a man to want to check. Do I understand why women do it? Yes. Do I think it makes them bad women? No. Does it align with my morals and my principles? No, it doesn't. But it does not make them wicked, because of all the wicked things you can do in this life, that's not the wickedest thing.
You know what's the wickedest thing? You're subjecting a child to...
There are going to be plenty of women who have checked babies and raised perfectly upstanding, incredible women. It's not incapable, it's not possible. And I get the ideal situation, but I'm telling you, a lot of people have checked babies, and that child will benefit from that check. Wow.
Let's hope so. I personally don't agree with it, but what I will say is, at the same time, yeah, see that man as well, I think they need to have some sort of discipline and accountability. When they know that these things are going on here, as much as I hate it, and I think, nah, but really and truly, bro, if you did just in it would happen.
That can happen to anyone, don't get twisted, that can happen to anyone.
You're meant to just inside of it. What are you talking about, bro? You're making it out like as if that's what you're meant to do, bro.
No, so it can happen to anyone.
You're meant to have safe sex. You're meant to have safe sex, Lucas. That's why you don't have love. That's why you don't have love.
Before you get to 7, you pass 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My brother, but at least at the max, the second one, so I'm no way. I need to focus. Okay, and again, all of you now be signing. Anything should happen, you terminate
Then
it.
become bankrupt because of all these things.
Because if a woman had to have a baby dad, it would be, you keep choosing to sleep with these men, you keep trying to get pregnant by these men.
If you look at it from Future's perspective, right?
I shan't.
Women are well liberated, well within their rights to hold on to their power, and you know they have freedom.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Got no tripping
Like this, if I'm having sex with you, same way you have the accountability to strap up, same way I do.
But Lucas, why is it happening to every rich
Now,
man?
hold on. And that's my point.
Because he's a weirdo.
If because the guy is now rich, that's why you're now collecting checks.
I said every rich man. I said, why is it happening to every rich man? Why is it happening to every rich man?
Because he's tapped.
Do you know what?
If I was a girl, and I was that kind of stage, I can't lie to you, I'm keeping it.
Let's follow Future's.
I can't lie to you. If I was a girl, listen, I only hate it because I'm not a girl. No. I'm not a girl. But if I was, and I know I'm going to get at least 57 bags a month, and nothing is really going for me, yeah? I can't lie to you.
Even if things are going for me, and I get pregnant by a man, and I wasn't like, no, listen, no, if it wasn't my intention, if it wasn't my intention, I genuinely did not sleep with a man for the sake of a baby, and I get pregnant, and the man, and I know it's going to guarantee me a certain amount a month. That wasn't my intention, but hey, you know. You walk with the cards like yourself, you get me? So, man can dealt a check with the card. Let's see.
Slap in your face when you are collecting 50 bags. Don't be making it.
Because you're going to go to court and you're going to pay way more than 50 grand a month. Yeah.
No, my thing is like, it's all I'm saying is it's a dangerous game when you put money in the situation, because people that generally have tend to exploit. That's my thing, especially when they know that the person that is seeking doesn't have.
It's not a good foundation.
It's not the best basis to start.
On that note, after God, fear women.
Lord. Right. We're going to do a little quick break. And then I'll start it back up in 2 secs. And we are back. Right. You still with me? You still with me? This one says he made his wife tie her tubes and had kids with another woman. No way. Nope. Let's get into it.
Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Hot Desk. Joining the Blani, AZ, and your boy Charlie Mace. We got a question sent in today, yeah? I've been with a girl for 4 years now. I love her to death, and I wanna be with her for the rest of my life. Only problem is I no longer believe in marriage. I finally expressed this to my girl and cut the story short. She's leaving me. Did I miss something here?
Yes. Should have said from start. I've been with her 4 years. Don't say nothing. Well, I suppose, to be fair on him, like you said, he only just realised. But at the same token, I mean, if it's not what she wants, ideally, then you can't blame her for leaving. You can't expect her to stay just because you've then come to this realisation about your own self. Because if her end goal, so to say, or if that's what she wants to be married, and you're not willing to give her that, then she might just have to cut her losses. 4 years or no 4 years.
Of course you do.
You know what I'm saying?
You missed the whole 4 years you invested in this.
Your life is a bit of a shake right now, to be honest.
Wait, is that a serious question?
Yeah.
How can you go from believing in it to falling in love and being committed for life to not believing in marriage? That don't make no sense.
He must be a rich nigga to be saying that shit. Because I know a white boy, he told me, because he's a millionaire, he told me he doesn't want to get married, and that was solely because of his finances.
Oh, fair enough.
He could love someone, but he was scared that, because I think he'd seen his dad and he'd seen people around him get
divorce and then, after peace.
So, if the man's rich, like, would you be understanding? Because it's like...
I don't know how to take this one.
Yeah,
No.
No, I would be
Why would you be?
But it wouldn't be my problem anymore because I need to find someone that wants to marry me. But
Exactly.
I would understand.
You understand where
Yeah.
you're from? I don't know, you know, I think I wouldn't leave him. I just feel like I'll nag him.
If a guy told you to come and sign prenups, you'd be calm with that?
I'll sign a prenup, but he has to marry me. Yeah, I want to get married.
Yeah, you get married, but you sign prenup.
Do we have prenups in the UK? I swear we don't have.
Well, whatever the equivalent is.
I feel like it sounds like just women in general. Like, you get to a place with a woman. I'm gonna get shot for this. You get to a place with a woman. I'm trying to make it juicy. You get to a place with a woman, and it's almost like so you get with the guy that's a player. Yeah. You know that the guy's a player, but you're this amazing woman. Yeah, basically. You get together now, and the guy's now changing for you. Yeah, you become this, stay-at-home guy. He's loving, he's caring, all of this kind of stuff. 3 years down the line now, all of a sudden, he's too nice. He's always in the house. You know, what happened within that 3 years? Like you worked and put in so much to get me from here to here. I'm now in this position, and now you don't want no more.
What that is?
It's almost like.
But relate that to the marriage thing.
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Of course. Who don't want to get it?
No, I don't agree. I don't agree.
Right, I think that's so different.
Oh my god.
I thought the woman got into being in love.
Send her off.
They got to being in love, and then after 4 years, she's like, you know what, I don't want this.
Oh no, it's him that doesn't.
Same.
No, it's him that doesn't want to get married anymore. Marriage is a weird one because I went from being like my mum was very hell bent on me like getting married. So is my dad actually. My dad's like, you should get married. Like you should have a husband. Like the security, they're married. The security, financially, things will be better for you both in coming from a marital standpoint and stuff. So they both want me to get married. My mum is very hot on me getting married. So in my head, I've seen them married. They've been married my whole life. So in my head, marriage was a blueprint. And then I had a boyfriend who didn't believe in marriage, and I totally understood his stance. Like I totally got it. Then after we broke up, I was like, girl, what was you saying? But I do get it. The thing is, I do get it, but definitely a societal thing. Yeah. But once again, I acknowledge that, and I don't care. I want to get married.
I want to touch on what you said, yeah, because it's very good that you were, understanding for your ex and you stayed with him and stuff. But I have a friend and she dates Caribbean men. No offense, but a lot of Caribbean men don't get married, right? They don't as much as African. That's facts. I'm not being out of order. Some of the girls that they'll be with, like some I've heard, they will just compromise and not get married for the guy. And I just feel like in this day and age, you just have to force people to do what you want. So for instance, if you want to have a baby,
That's so funny.
Consent.
If a man
I see Lani's back to dressing trash.
ever said that,
You know what I mean?
the next nigga I date, if I'm ready to have a kid, I don't need to ask for your permission. I'm getting pregnant. And listen, you are marrying me. If you love me, you are marrying me. End of discussion.
No.
If you are a suitable age to get married, you should just get married.
This is scary, you know.
man there don't talk.
A bit tapped. You can't do that. A kid is a joint decision. How are you going to force someone to have a kid if that's not what they want? What do you mean? Lani needs to do a little 360 on that. Fair enough thought then. I mean, no.
Till I knew it.
But then you complain that he's a terrible husband. And he'll go on blogs and go on things like, and forums and be like, my children are the worst thing that ever happened to me.
No, but he's a good boyfriend, but he doesn't want to marry.
Don't trust that anymore.
Just because he's a good boyfriend don't mean he'll make a good father. If he hasn't expressed to you that he wants kids, but you want kids, you can't force him to go have a kid because of what you want. What kind of stupidness is that? Did you hear what she said? Go for
I guess it's down to
Lord.
your belief systems, really, in terms of like what you believe to be essential.
And what you're comfortable with as well.
Exactly.
And another thing, like sometimes it doesn't always have to be like I want to get married because this and I want to get married because that's how I feel inside. Like I feel like I want to get married.
This is what I said in the beginning. It's a personal choice. He can't expect her to stay because he has come, I'll say again, to his own self-realization that this is not in fact what he wants. He no longer believes in the institution of marriage. He no longer wants to get married. That's his own viewpoint. He can't then push that onto her and expect her to stay just because, I suppose, based on the fact that they've been together for 4 years. No, because if she in fact does see it as something that she wants, then she has every right to have what she wants, same as how he is fighting for what he wants. If in fact he does believe that he no longer wants to be in a married traditional sense, man and wife married, then he needs to go and find somebody else with that same mindset, basically. Period.
Like I want that dynamic, I want that nuclear.
They should have compromised though.
No, it's not a compromise.
Like the prenup thing you said.
Not even that, because you don't know if it's down to finances or not.
Even if it's down to finances, it shouldn't be a compromise. It's you want something, I want something. If I feel really strongly about what I want, and what I want is marriage, and you then turn around and say, oh no, you know what, I don't want to get married, and you're saying that, for all intents and purposes, you're saying that it's because of finances, then I'm not gonna then, myself personally, I wouldn't compromise, and I don't think anybody should. You shouldn't settle for less just because, or in the sake of love, or in the sake of of length, as in duration of the relationship. Don't think that, oh, well, don't feel as though you've wasted your life, or feel like, oh, but I spent 4 years with him. It's going to be hard looking for someone else. It's going to be hard starting all over again, blah, 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 blah. You never know. It doesn't have to be lengthy. For you know, the right person for you could be right around the corner, and they might just need for you to come out of this relationship that you're currently in, that you've now realized and found out that is not in fact what is right for you, in the sense that you're both no longer on the same page. You know it. Hey.
But I'm just saying that eventually, if the love is there, if the union is there, no one doesn't want to get married. Should that now be the be-all?
But you should tell him from day one, no? Or did he change his mind?
I think he changed his mind.
How can you, that's so backwards, how can you fall in love with me, decide you want to spend your rest of your life with me, and now you stop believing in marriage? I don't...
You know what, it can happen, and I think I'm just making an assumption here, but I feel like that sort of thing probably tends to happen more with couples who are cohabiting, meaning they're living together, because they might think, well, we're already living like a married couple. Why do we need a paper, a legal document to say that we are together? When we are together, we live together, we love each other, they probably have kids together. Why do we then need to then be married? So there are people like that, but I think it's circumstantial, and I think it tends to happen more. You tend to hear about it more, in my assumption here, from those couples who are perhaps cohabiting or already living together, or for people who are, or women or men who are probably doing the most in the relationship. As my parents would say, putting the cattle before the horse. That's the saying, something like that. But yeah.
No, how does that even make sense?
That's why I think it's so like a cop-out. It's lazy. It's no accountability for me. Even though it's a standpoint on whether you believe in marriage or not, or the financial implications of marriage, the fact that you can be exploited through marriage. There's so many different factors. But marriage as a whole, for me is love is fickle, man. Like, you can be in love today, like tomorrow you hate the hell out of each other. And when you get married, it's like...
That's sad.
But it's life. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't believe that.
You fight with your siblings, your mum, your dad. Like, you fight with your parents every day. Like, do you know what I'm saying? And one minute you could love them, to the end of the world. The next minute they could drive you absolutely crazy. So I don't see it any different with your partner. Do you know what I'm saying?
Love is forever.
And it should be. But how sweet it is in that forever is not...
it's not a sweet road.
And love is also a choice. Like, you do have to choose to love someone for the rest of their life. You're not gonna wake up every day and be like smitten and besotted every single
Perfect,
day.
you even said the word.
But you have to fight.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a choice you make.
And I feel like that's what marriage does. It takes away that choice to easily walk away from something.
Yeah, that's true.
When you commit to a marriage, it's both of us saying, you know what, we cannot both just walk away from
High
it.
five.
Like, no matter how much you love each other, no matter how much you lot have got kids and all of this, like, the fact is you don't have nothing that binds you outside of if you have kids.
That's what you're saying. You're stuck with me. I like this.
I already know the kind of girl this girl is, she, oh my god.
Look at the way she's grinning as well.
Her way or no way.
No, but I like what you're saying.
But it's true though, like a lot of people need accountability to do everything.
You can't just say you're dumped.
Like, it's true, you can't just walk away from it. And even like recent times is when divorces even became into the picture. Like, once you made that commitment, that was the commitment.
Back in the day.
Bringing it back to what my mum was saying, I agree completely with you. I think the guy is very, very stupid, because you don't fall in love with somebody, want to marry them, spend 4 years loving them, and then be like, you know what, I love you so much that I don't even want to marry you.
I don't even need that.
Yeah. And especially in this day and age, the way life is going, the chances of you succeeding by yourself, alone in this society, very, very slim. We need marriage more than ever. And real marriages, to be fair, because...
But I feel like on the flip side, people also now then put too much weight on marriages. So it's that, again, it's that balance, and it's just like, it can define people, it can be their biggest aspiration.
100%.
And I mean, if it is, I can't decide whether or not that's a good or a bad thing. I can't. But for me personally, marriage is a part of a bigger picture, and it's a very significant piece in like a puzzle. Like it's not the be all and end all. And I just feel like you can't then think if a man marries me that he's stuck with you, because the bottom line is that man can get up and disappear, and ain't nothing you can do about it.
I will shank him.
You get what I mean? There's nothing you can do about it. So it needs to be a mutual decision. There ain't no point pressuring no man.
Only thing I said that he could have done is that he just was, from the time he started to have those kind of events, just was conversation, let's talk about that. And at least then, from the point where he first had that fall to the point where he feel like, okay, wow, this is actually what I'm going, he's taken us through with it, you know what I mean? So, I mean, then, I guess she's not fully out of the loop, you know what I mean?
Can I ask you guys a question? If you guys went through your whole life and you died and you were never married, would you feel like you failed in a
If I was successful in everything else and I saw my purpose, my family's good, I'm so happy, I'm blessed.
What are you looking?
I don't know.
If I didn't have a family, I think I would be devastated.
I don't imagine me having a family and kids without being married. Not saying that I'm placing everything on marriage,
But you'd be disappointed.
but yeah, the context in which I'm going into marriage.
Yeah.
I would because I wouldn't.
Because they're intrinsically linked to some people.
Yeah.
Is it shallow for her to now leave because he doesn't want to get married,
No.
even though they love each other and
No.
they love each other? I mean, it depends on how important marriage is to her, and if that's her decision to make.
I think it's shallow though.
To a certain degree, it's...
Well, okay, for example, you're a Christian. In Christianity, marriage is an integral part of that kind of relationship, a romantic relationship. In fact, it's the foundation because you're married in Christ.
Yeah.
So let's say that's the stance, and now your man is telling you he doesn't want to get married. That's not shallow.
Can I say why I feel like that's not even showing my point, but I would only hear that she abides to everything else.
No, that's not fair because no one's perfect. No, that's not fair. No one's perfect, and everyone has parts of their faith that's more significant. We're only human. We can't care about every single part of our faith all the time because we don't have the capacity
And then
to
you
do
can't say
that.
you're strong at and not so strong at.
Like, it's not up to you to decide that she can't pick and choose what parts of her faith are more.
She can't. I'm saying that's my reason of thinking this is a bit mad.
But then why be a Christian? Why should anyone be a Christian and believe in anything unless they're going to abide by every single thing?
No. I'm saying, right? I feel like that's the goal that she was just going to die on. Is what's mad to me because really, truly, if that's the point that you're putting forward, my thing, okay, cool, but really and truly, when we look at the whole grand scheme of it, right, I believe God is love. I feel like everything, from all the do's and don'ts, that they're meant to do and are meant not to do, it all comes down to love. If you know what I mean, simple as that. So, if there is love, that's the one thing you at least have here. Oh, it's not.
No, but then it works both ways. If it's love, then why can't he do what she wants?
Cool. So why can't we both meet in the middle and give it time?
Not getting married is not meeting in the middle. That's doing what he
But
wants.
maybe we're not getting married for now. Let's give it time and let's see if we can work out.
No, because then if it never happens, she's gonna feel even more like a dickhead and feel like he's wasted her time. Because if they say, okay, fine, you've come to this hypothesis or you've come to this conclusion about yourself, you no longer want to get married or you no longer believe in love, and okay, let's just see how you feel in another year's time. You never know, you might change your mind, babe. And then come a year's time now, and my man's still saying the same thing. She's gonna feel like she's wasted 5 years of her life. She's gonna feel like you wasting her time. I mean, if that's the case, then she may as well sue you like, what was that? Was it Mariah Carey, that was suing that guy for wasting her time. Jeez.
Lullaby and just wait.
You've been waiting for 4 years.
And then I have to wait. How long do I wait? Another 4?
No, maybe 1.
Yes.
The current climate, the way that society is today, I would say she's shallow, but at the same time she's not, especially with the current climate. At the end of the day, we're all entitled to do what the F we want to do.
Exactly.
To every degree, in the sense that, Maji, if me and you're in a relationship, you've changed the stance of this relationship.
But it could even be the foundation of
So
what?
like when you go into a business merger, like we have these ethos, they have these ethos, you bring these values, you bring these values, we merge. If you renege on anything, it's not, we can't merge. because you reneged on what.
Equally yoked.
Yeah, God bless you. Now, it's the same way with the relationship. It's like when they got into it, he was doing the whole, I want to marry this woman. They loved up. They've done 4 years.
Violating the terms
Then all of a sudden
of the
now
agreement.
shorty, and that's why the whole religious thing comes into it. It's even like it's like that. It's like, you don't have sex, but like I have sex. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, cool. Well, you know what? At this point, you know,
Because if your babe now started not wanting to have sex, are you gonna stay and wait a year to see how it goes?
I'm gonna keep it true. If that's what you want to do, you sure about this. I'm gonna try.
You're gonna try?
Yeah, but keep it is try though.
I think it's shallow.
I'm not saying sex.
Right.
Just don't leave it.
Right. You get it to an extent because you can work, you can try all these things, but the realistic connotation on it is it's not shallow because at the end of the day,
It's what she wants, exactly.
Part of my principle, or
what he wants.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's not be
I
sexist
like
here.
beating, I like
I hear what you're
sex.
saying.
So if me and you now are like, cool, I wanted to try, I've done this whole trying stuff. Right, at this point now, I still want to have sex with you, like, and this is a principle for you.
You ain't true. You're not gonna like you found a girl of your dream, but she has everything. So, well, it's not just gonna be next thing that
The girl of my dreams can't be the girl of my dreams.
It literally doesn't make any sense to be in a relationship with the girl you want to be with and sleep with other women because she doesn't want to have sex.
Listen, I'm not having sex with you. That's the main thing. You stick it to what you want to do. Abstinence, right?
That's not a
But then that's dumb, exactly.
It is.
Is this guy dumb?
It is.
I think it's shallow only because if this is the love of your life and you're
not the love of my life if you don't want to get married.
but the way but you might walk away and never find somebody.
No, I will. I'll be fine.
The way
I'll be fine.
wait. But the way listen, the connection.
I will find somebody.
But it's true. Some people, you guys are saying this because you're young.
But maybe then I go back. Maybe then I go
You know what
back.
I'm saying? Yeah, you're saying this because you're young. But have you ever spoken to older people and sometimes they'll say, "Oh my God, you know who I love the most? Some girl when I was 21 or some girl when I was 25." It happened.
It's true. It happens.
It
Right?
happens sometimes, but I think people romanticize that. People move on. They go.
No,
things, man.
sometimes they move
You'll be
on.
fine.
But the last time I was in love was 4 years ago. Some people find it easier. Like my brethren, she's in love every other month. Every other 6 months she's in love.
Infatuated.
Okay, cool, but she finds it easier to like niggas. The point is sometimes some people find it harder to find real connections, isn't it? So you can't just throw away a relationship.
That's true as well.
This is the idea. Throwing it away. You're not just dashing it away.
Oh, 4 years, you're just gonna throw it because don't.
But that's the thing. You're not throwing it away, and at the end of the day, it's a sunk cost. You're not going to get those 4 years back. So it doesn't make sense to now stay. The 4 years are gone. By staying longer, that's not doing it. That's not that economically. That's not.
I think stay and try and force him to change his mind.
Yeah, people say their mind.
Every day nag him, cry.
I don't know about that
Red
one.
plate.
I don't know about that one. But just find out.
It's just so ridiculous. Oh my god. It's so silly.
Yeah, just try and get to the genesis of why he.
No, I'm not saying
he
you said I don't even marry. You're like, okay, bye. Obviously, there's going to be that element of like working through it. I think the point is ultimately they can't come to an agreement on this. Does she suck it up and stay, or does she? That's my assumption in my brain. Like, not he says it. She's like, okay, bye. Like,
But the way, to be fair, the way the guys put it, he put it like raw, like.
I just said it.
Yeah, she was back.
Yeah.
well, I didn't. If they've sat down,
Like her, like, okay, no, like, I didn't even apply for that.
let's say
Sort
they've
it
sat
out.
down at the table, yeah, and he said to her, "Listen, babe, I've changed my stance in it. I don't believe in marriage anymore." And she says,
Are you mad?
well, yeah, she says, well, boy, what we gonna do? And he's like, I don't know.
I still want to get
We're
married.
in passe. What do? Do you know what I mean? And I'm sure, like, you work through it. But at the end of the day, because he's not saying to her, I need to see, I need to wait. He's telling her, I don't believe in it anymore. So it's kind of like.
That's just my thought process now. Currently, I don't believe
But
in
this is what I'm saying. Like, if that's your thought process now, then you need to deal with that. Like, because I can't sit here and just hope that you're going to change. I hope that because that's ridiculous to me. I'm sorry.
If the guy said to you that, okay, right, I don't want to get married anymore, if you're not sure, and there's something where you just feel like, okay, I'm going through that phase in my life, don't have the conversation, because you're not sure. Because if she's walked away now, but you still like her, and if it's something that it was just a phase,
But
don't have a pointless conversation about something.
Because if you're not sure, then there's a decision that needs to be made. I can give you that time. But you're not telling me you're not sure. You're telling me that you do not believe in marriage anymore.
Right now, sir.
That's why I made the
But that's
point.
not
If
what
you're
he
saying
says.
right now,
And that means you could potentially change your mind.
don't have the conversation.
Do you believe?
Because you're still in love, you still love.
Do you believe? No, but do you believe this guy really
No, I
loves
think you
her?
should still have the conversation. I'm not saying don't have the conversation, but what I'm saying is, if you're presenting to someone that this is how I feel right now, I acknowledge that that might change, and ultimately then you're saying I'm not sure. If you're saying right now this is how I feel, then ultimately I feel like you're saying I acknowledge that this could change. I could change your
I
mind.
feel like that's how he's saying it. He's saying like, well, I've just told her my views have changed. She's like, wow, so yeah, I'll come out there. And he's thinking, well, fuck, I feel
But
like
guys, you know how he's saying he loves her? I think we have to think about the fact that he might not actually know what love is, and he might not really love her. And the reason I say that
how
is...
can you just assume this?
Yeah, that's a big...
The grown-ass man, 4 years, really?
No. People are with people because they're, they're comfortable, they're used to you, they don't want to, you're a comfort blanket. The reason I say this is because I've seen this happen with the kids thing. We're talking about marriage, but some people don't want to have kids. I've seen this happen quite a few times in my work environment. One person's in a relationship and they're like, I don't have kids, but they love the other person.
Then they leave, they go and get home.
Right, and then when they leave,
look at
they
Neo.
have a next. Thank you, sis.
If a girl
Thank
ever
you, sis.
said that to me, I'm swearing for you till the day I die, you can't leave me, kids, and you got...
He made his wifey, who he loved, have a, what was it called, tie her tubes, and then he want to have kids with the next bitch because he didn't fucking love her.
That one, I would actually love to sit him down and actually have an interview. I want to say, Neil, why did you do that?
I think things like that, they are it's a preconceived thought, in my belief. I feel like if any man is, or any woman is capable of doing such, then they've done it intentionally and possibly with the intention to hurt the other individual, either intentionally or unintentionally, but more than likely intentionally. Actually, no, change my stance. More than likely unintentionally, because it might be a case of they really like this person or they love this person. However, what, people, pick my words carefully here, what we tend to see in today's society is that people tend to confuse infatuation and love as one and the same, and they are not. And so he might say that or feel as though he really loves, or she really loves this person who's their partner. However, they are seeing a couple red flags here or there that might be the cause of them wanting not to then have kids with that partner, or maybe they just, something changed along the way, and but because of the love, quote unquote, of that they have, or sincere care or depth that they have for this person, they don't want to hurt their feelings, so they try to convince themselves otherwise, and then when they can no longer take it, or when it no longer seems to be something that can be long-standing, like a better word, then they move on to then completing that journey with a different partner. I think that's maybe why that makes sense. Or it might just be a case of they actually just genuinely did not want children at all, and that was their stance, and they voiced that to their partner, and it just so happens that, fair enough, this relationship with broke up, but they found somebody else that in turn convinced them otherwise. I mean, it does happen. People can change their minds. It might not necessarily be something to do with the ex. It might just be something to do with themselves personally and internally, and that they've suddenly changed their minds.
Neil, why should you do that?
You should be sure.
So what now happens? Yeah, she now leaves. Okay, so what? She doesn't want to get married, because that is what women do. Yeah, out of spite.
Is it love or marriage? What becomes?
Can I chase both? Is that okay, please?
Yeah, thank you. That is the goal. Amen.
Ideally, though, you should be chasing love, and in love, marriage.
Neil, why should you do that?
You should be sure.
So what now happens? Yeah, she now leaves. Okay, so what? She doesn't want to get married, because that is what women do.
My bad, I didn't pull it further enough.
Is it love or marriage? What becomes?
Can I chase both? Is that okay, please?
Yeah, thank you. That is the goal. Amen.
Ideally, though, you should be chasing love, and in love, marriage comes.
Yeah.
So she was already in something that had love, the marriage part was something you could have negotiated.
You know what I mean?
But this is what I'm saying. There's no middle ground when it comes to marriage. You either get married or you don't. There's no negotiating. You can't compromise. No, you can't. You let's just be engaged.
Exactly.
Like when you like.
Cool. Can I say
One person
thing?
always be hurt,
You see,
especially if that is what
back
they're
in those days, do you really think they had reception, wedding, everybody come? Do you really think so? Ask me that.
Of course they did.
No.
They had a party.
Where? Oasis, and now everybody come and sit down and tie deal or what?
No, I'm sure they had ceremonies.
I promise you, it was more of a thing. It was more of a thing of listen. I'm with you. You're with me. We're gonna breed tonight. Is it gonna have a you? And that was it. I am sure they did not have weddings.
They had the party.
Yeah, we can turn up. Come. Let's go turn up, and that will be our wedding. Why is such emphasis put on a marriage?
In theory, you lot are saying, yeah, cool, she's chasing marriage, but she's actually not. As right. She's chasing both.
Is he confusing? Sorry for a second. Pause for a second. Is he confusing a marriage and a party as one and the same? Because I think that's a whole different topic. Because there's some people here that confuse. You have some women. I'm gonna generalize here because it tends to be women, in my opinion, that get confused with this whole I want to get married, but don't really understand the depths of what a marriage is, and they're just solely thinking of the day itself and the dress, the reception, the food, the dance, that aspect of things, and forgetting that, hang on, after said day, I am now married to this guy. It is a marriage. But yeah, that's a different topic.
She's chasing the dream.
At the end of the day, for some people, those things are intrinsically linked. Marriage, and some people can't separate those.
What if I have a party for you? Yeah, everyone.
Charlie, don't talk to me.
So in her mind, she basically equated it to, right, you don't want to marry me no more, you don't love me no more.
Yeah.
And that was it for her.
That is a bit mad. But at the same time, it's also not, because big man, why don't you want to marry me,
No,
fam?
she's right. Women have to protect themselves. It is because of this that we.
So what of the guy? He also put this little
They
cash
have to
flow.
protect themselves because you know what? A woman will compromise a lot for a guy. 10 years she'll be with him, he never got married, and then he'll get a side chick and then say, listen, babe, I'm leaving you. And then 6 months down the line, he'll be married to this bitch. I will murder you if you ever fucking did that to me. Do you understand?
I
So
believe
she
you,
has done the
I'll
right
done.
thing.
You can never commit any crimes because you've already admitted to doing all of them.
Yeah, let's go.
No, but the point is, you know this. It does happen to people.
No,
You
yeah,
compromise,
yeah.
and then they give everything you wanted to someone else.
And this is another thing.
It's
When we
older.
talk about this compromising thing, it gets to a point where it's not compromise. It is ridiculous sacrifices, and you're sacrificing too much for this person.
Love is sacrifice, Danny. You have to sacrifice.
You have to sacrifice as well.
You do. You can sacrifice certain
Well,
things.
all the holes he dropped for you, what's that?
I'm done with this conversation. I don't want to know.
That's 4 years worth of hoes.
Shut up.
4 years.
Cause she
Is he even that cute though? We don't know.
Fam.
She dropped niggas too. She dropped niggas too. Maybe her ex nigga had a
She
bigger
probably
dick.
didn't drop niggas.
Maybe her ex nigga had a bigger dick and it's suffering with yours.
How do you bust out of a 4-year relationship with somebody that you love, just like that, from them telling you that they don't want to get married anymore? Chances are you probably had a guy that was there that is that comfort guy.
Okay,
that
there's
rebound
this.
guy. Because
So what you're saying is a woman can only leave a man if she has another man there.
Rules. Because women are evil. And you see a libertine the next week. I think what
Oh my
you
god,
man.
this guy's an idiot.
all I'm saying is,
Why are you taking your time?
they were both in love, and because of this one variable, how did you just bust out?
Just like that. 4
It's
years.
not even, we're giving each other space.
It's
He said she's
the,
got-
but it's the same as how did he just suddenly decide he no longer wants to get married? It's the same thing.
Like, he even sounds. When I read it, I felt like he was crying. As he, you know what I'm saying? I felt like he was crying, like, and she's gone.
Maybe there's a precedent has been set, and time again, she's given a man time, and he's let her down, and she's like,
We don't know that, don't assume.
no, I know, but what I'm saying is, but you're talking about variables, isn't it? So what I'm saying is, let's not act like there's in no situation that leaving like that is shallow and unfair, because there are circumstances
Yeah,
in
that's
which you
not
might be understand.
Rules, man. What's our problem?
If you planned a romantic proposal, you got all the family there, you got on bended knee, and you asked her to marry you, and she said no, what are you gonna do?
You would leave. You already said this in an episode of Backchat, honey. We got that.
It's a violation.
She said, we got, oh, no, we don't. Sorry, it's touchy, sorry.
Do you think she can really love him if she says no to Lucas?
No.
Nah, that's a violation.
Someone else is dicking her down.
100%.
Rules.
100%.
Rules.
100%.
It's a jump.
There's a fact. You see, you don't like when I catch you out, and I've caught you many times today. I've caught you.
Someone else isn't dicking her down.
Come on, we're not kids here. We're not kids.
100%.
Someone's gonna be with you for how many years? 4 years. Somebody, if you can't know that, you're gonna tell them no. No, women are F there because you don't even have the decency to say yes then, and then now, okay, then I just didn't want to embarrass you.
Let's say she did that.
This thing it can't work. You know
Would
what
you
I mean?
appreciate that if she done that? If you said yeah.
100%.
You know, I would probably even fight for you a bit more because the fact that you even thought of me enough to save me from the embarrassment. Ah, baby.
Noted, because I get men proposing all the time. I don't be know.
Oh my God.
You know, no, he's lying. Because imagine the high you'd feel, oh my God, I found my babes finally. And then when you get home, she would crush it.
That would be a lot.
At least I'd be in my house crying than in front of my family and
It would
friends.
be embarrassment. It would just be internal shame.
And then we can put the story out together.
Wait, bro, back to the way I'm gonna finesse that whole story. You know what? Yeah, we just wasn't there, man. We wasn't there. It's count. No, yeah, we're still cool. We just wasn't there.
That's like men are lying. You see me? If that happened to me, I'd go on
Women are liars.
Instagram and say, oh my God, I see, they don't want to be with me.
You think my mom could ever
Keep it true.
rape me if a woman told me no? Why she did? Never ever.
Everyone would think you have a small willy.
Rules, you know.
It's Lani says these things with this look in her eye.
My brother, find yourself another potential. Because
Yeah, honestly,
plenty
move on. Let that
fish
shit
in the
go.
sea.
Plenty.
She was probably dicking down someone else anyway.
100%.
You wasn't her first choice. I mean, all you said was you don't want to match.
Women are evil. You have to fast before you watch somebody.
Don't let them
Lord.
move like that.
We will.
Move on.
And you are in no position to defend anybody. Thank you.
I think we all agree by saying just move on.
Right. It's been fun. Yeah. Hopefully I see you on the flip side for Sims tomorrow. Otherwise, I'll catch you when I catch you. It's been fun. Thanks for chatting with me and staying with me. It's been fun. It's been real. Until next time on Chat Thursdays with Peach Sheps, myself. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that ending there.